Hey yo. Hey yo.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Little in the Middle. And if you're just tuning in, my name is Thalia, Talia, however the fuck you want to say it, that's my name. So this is episode 10. We've hit a little milestone. Thank you for tuning in for 10 weird episodes. Who would have thought episode 10? But here we are. So this episode will come out on May 2nd. And guess what's happening on Friday? I am so excited. If you can't tell from the little sombrero that I'm wearing right now. You guessed it, Cinco de Mayo. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Yay. Can't wait. Woohoo. So excited. I want it to be a little festive. That's why I'm wearing this little sombrero, like a little fool, like a little R word. And I hate to say this, but I do work at a Mexican restaurant. Cinco de Mayo is the busiest fucking day of the year for us. And every year, I always tell myself, have fun at work. Fuck it. Everyone's having fun. Why can't you have fun? Everyone's having the time of their life. Why can't you join in on the drinking fun as well? And every time Cinco de Mayo comes around, and I never have the fun that I want. I'm so slammed and in the weeds with all these people trying to get drunk that I forget to get drunk. I'm too busy to get drunk. While the whole fucking staff is taking shots. And I'm over here worried my table's fucking tacos are taking 45 minutes. I'm over here worried that I gotta make sure that the bills are all fucking high. I gotta make sure that everybody gets fucked up. I gotta make sure that we get fucking paid. And everyone else is just having the time of their lives. And you know what else I get mad? The only people that come in for a Cinco de Mayo, I have nothing against any race. I love everybody. We are all one. We're all the same on the inside. Right? I'm not racist. I'm not. I can be a little observant. I might like to make fun of certain races, including myself. But during Cinco de Mayo, I get really mad when I see a whole bunch of white people partying and me being the Mexican. I'm working. How do you think that makes me feel? Every Cinco de Mayo, I feel like a well, let me watch myself. Although I do feel like a slave every Cinco de Mayo, but I feel like a butler. Every Cinco de Mayo, I feel like a butler. And I'm serving to the white people. That's what goes through my mind every Cinco de Mayo. And I always want to make a big deal like, do you know why you're celebrating Cinco de Mayo? Do you know why you brought in these little taco balloons and these little sombreros and little maracas for your whole fucking group? These little maracas that you brought for your whole table to shake while you're drinking margaritas and taking tequila shots? Do you know why we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo? And mind you, not all Mexico celebrates Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is specifically celebrated in a little town in Mexico called Puebla. And the reason why they celebrate it is because they won the war against the French. And that's why we celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And my family is from Puebla. So can you imagine how much rage I have while fucking Becky is asking where her fucking drinks are because we're slammed and we only have 2 bartenders and we have like 200 people in the fucking building? I always think I fucking deserve to fucking drink and celebrate because my blood, there's history in my blood. And yet I'm over here working and I'm making money, so I can't complain, but I can't complain. I can't complain. And, you know, on that note, I'm going to take off my little sombrero because now I'm fucking upset. Now, like, this little sombrero is not even cute anymore. Fuck this sombrero. You know, I actually got this little sombrero like a little girl's party. A whole bunch of little middle school girls, their mom brought in these little Mexican props and these little maracas, and they put little cactuses on the table, and then all the little girls were wearing the little sombrero, and it's, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cute. And I actually took one of the little hats after they left, and they left one behind, so I took it. But what other cuisine, what other culture is that appropriate? You don't go to a Chinese restaurant and wear those little triangle straw hats while you're trying to order fucking sushi. Or you don't wear those when you go to a Korean barbecue. You don't wear that when you go to the Chinese store on your fucking block. Do you go to your Chinese store and you wear those little wooden flip-flops? Do you walk around with little chopsticks while you're eating at an Asian restaurant? No, you don't. You don't go to a soul food restaurant and bring in fried chicken balloons. You don't walk around with watermelon balloons or a Kool-Aid balloon or a fucking Yankee fitted on when you go to a soul food place. You don't dress for the occasion is what I'm trying to say. But when it comes to Mexican restaurant, it's okay to wear these little sombreros and a little fake mustache and bring little cactuses so you could decorate your table with, and little shot glasses because we're alcoholics. Okay, maybe that might be true. Maybe the alcohol part might be true because we don't know how to express ourselves, and we're always told to not cry and don't express your feelings because you gotta grow the fuck up. We don't have fucking time to be all depressed and shit. So yes, then we do take on vices. Yes, maybe we do drink a lot to numb the pain. Okay, so that might be true. Yes, the shot glasses, fuck it, just leave them on the fucking table. All right, cool, leave them. What other cuisine, what other culture lets you do that? Why is it okay to make fun of Mexican culture like that? Some of the stuff is funny, okay? I'm not mad. I'm not being a fucking pussy. You're making fun of my culture. No, I don't fucking care about that. There's a lot of Mexican jokes out there, and a lot of it I laugh at. But the whole like piñatas and the little sombreros, like with like the little maracas, like that's, come on. I know, I get it. It's fun. Yay. I don't fucking care. Whatever. I'll just fucking take your shit when you leave. Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. I always say I'm going to have fun every Cinco de Mayo, but this year I fucking mean it. This year I fucking mean it. And I'm sorry for my boss. I think he does listen to this. I'm hoping he doesn't listen to this episode, but I'm sorry, but I will have fun this year. Sometimes I think when I'm drunk, I feel like I'm more fun. I feel like I'm more outgoing. I feel like there's a lot more risk. I personally don't like drinking on the job. I've done it before and I can't do it. I can't do it. There's some times where I'm like, damn, I really want a fucking shot right now. Whew, this table's really getting on my nerves. I really want to take a shot. But I don't drink on the job because I feel like I'm not equipped to be working under the influence. But I will on Cinco de Mayo. Anyway, Jerry Springer passed away. That's really sad. I think he was like 79, I think. Jerry Springer was the kind of show you would watch when you stayed home from school. There's nothing on the TV but Jerry Springer. Or like when you're sick and you stay home in bed, like eating soup and watching ratchet ghetto, watching ratchet people just fight about who's the dad. I used to watch Jerry Springer, but I could only watch Jerry Springer like 30 minutes at a time. A lot of it was just so ghetto for me. And it kind of made me feel bad for these people. Like white trash people. And then like you see like the black people that are involved with white people, and it's like they were like watered down black people problems with watered down white trash problems. And I after 30 minutes, I just had to change the channel because I grew up in the fucking hood. So if I wanted to see people fighting, I could just go outside. I could just go to the park that was like right across the street from me and see what kind of fights are out there. I didn't have to go very far to watch people fight. Like where I grew up was so... There's like little different areas. Some are more ghetto than others. And I would consider mine to be ghetto, but not too not too ghetto. But one day after school, I don't remember if this was elementary, middle school, high school, probably middle or high school. And I think I was at a girlfriend's house. And I was walking home from her house. And I think I went a different route. And there were these two older women. Older women meaning they were probably in their 30s. That's what I would consider older women at the time because I was a little kid. And these two women approached me. I think one of them was Puerto Rican and the other one was black. And you could tell like these women were just like chain smoking, raspy, deep, raspy voice. They got around a lot. They were probably up to no good. I don't know what they were doing. Approaching a little girl. They were on the corner and they were like, "Hey, aren't you the one that borrowed a jacket from me?" I was like, "What? I'm a little kid. You're asking me if you let me borrow a jacket at one point?" And see, when you're in the hood, you gotta know how to respond in certain scenarios like this. Because if it was some little fucking dweeb, and I could have responded like, I'm scared, and I'm like pissing my pants. But I came correct. And then I had the stank face. I was like, what was that? What'd you ask? If I borrowed your jacket? No. This is my jacket. They were like, "Oh, okay, cool." And they kept walking. I kept walking. And that was that. So I'm pretty sure they were trying to jack me for my fucking jacket. I don't know what kind of jacket I had on, but I used to dress fly. Because I had to. I had to fit in. I had to dress in baby fat or like Echo Red or like Mecca, Rockaware. I had to dress ghetto. Like where I grew up, people will be quick to jack your shit. People are quick to jack you for whatever the fuck you have. I remember one summer, so my little cousins, they would always stay with us. Their parents had to work. School was out, so they were at our house a lot in the summertime. One summer, we went to the park, and I think we had to do laundry, and there was a pizza shop there. My little cousin, he's a little delayed, and it's already bad enough that he's delayed, but like he had a lazy eye too. Like what the fuck is up with that? Like, come on, God. Like he was already a little delayed, but you had to give him a delayed eye. I mean, he wasn't lazy. His eye was lazy. He was just a little R word. I don't even want to say that. I feel bad saying that, but But we told him, I don't even know why we told him to stay with my bike. Why did we tell the one delayed person to watch my bike? So he stayed outside while we went inside to get some pizza. And we were going to come back out. Out of a sudden, we see him come inside the pizza shop. And then he comes in like nothing. And I was like, hey, you should have been outside with my bike right now. Why are you not outside? And I don't remember what he told us. I don't know if somebody took the bike from him or if he just decided to come inside because he felt like maybe we took too long. I go outside and my bike was stolen. My bike wasn't there. And just to give you an idea of what my bike looked like, it was a pink and purple sporty kind of bike. It was very girly. It had gears. I think it had 4 gears. So that's what made it sporty, and it was a big girl bike because it never had training wheels. So we were like, I was like, fuck, mom. Like, they stole my bike. They stole my bike. Because fucking delayed Daniel didn't stay outside with my bike, and now my bike is stolen. So a few doors down, we went to the laundromat. And I see my bike. So I'm like, I'm taking my fucking bike back. I take my bike, and this big, huge, I don't want to call him fat, but he was a big black guy. He was like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm taking my bike back. And he had that look like, oh, all right. He didn't say my bad, but the way he responded, it was like, oh, yeah. All right. My bad. But he didn't say my bad. I took my bike back. The fuck? I think I've always had a stank face. And I think that my stank face always got me through fucking living in the hood. I've never been beat up. Which is a little weird because I know a lot of girls wanted to fight me. I think a lot of girls wanted to fight me because I was Mexican. I was a fly Mexican. I'm not going to lie. I always had like a new pair of shoes every month. I think girls were jealous of that. I wasn't good looking. I had a mustache. Like, I wasn't taking no one's boyfriends, but they just didn't like me. I think what really helped was that I had a lot of guy friends. So I think that's what really, helped me get through. I had bodyguards as friends growing up. You know how Instagram always gives you like these ads? And you're like, damn, how do they do? They know me so well. I was thinking about buying this. I'm a little ashamed to admit I've done a few purchases because of Instagram ads. But like, if you're going to give me ads, at least I appreciate that they give me ads that are tailored to what I would probably buy. I appreciate that they know me so well that they're not going to try to sell me some bullshit. I got this Audible ad. These are all the books that they suggested for me to read. And I just want to read you some of these titles. And some of it is like, hey, tone it down a little bit. Stop trying to sell me things all the time. They're like mute salesmen, but they're still all up in your fucking space. These are the kind of salesmen that don't knock on your door anymore. You let them in. You let them in every time you open up the fucking app. And you know what? I hate that you're starting to get ads on your emails. If you open up Gmail, they have ads on top of your primary emails. Enough. Enough with the fucking ads. Okay, so let me read these titles. Women with ADHD. The complete guide to stay organized, overcome distractions, and improve relationships. Manage your emotions, finances, and succeed in life. Eat to beat depression and anxiety. Nourish your way to better mental health in 6 weeks. Wow. 6 weeks. Wow. you'd be home now. And the cover of this book, there's like pills. There's pills for O's. You'd be home now. Which means, are they suggesting that I'm a fucking addict? Are they insinuating that I'm in rehab and I have a pill problem? You'd be home now. You would be home now, but instead you wanted to be an addict and you're in rehab and you would have been home now. Growing marijuana for beginners. Indoors and outdoors, and cannabis for health and wellness. Dark psychology and gaslighting manipulation. The Shadow Side of Influence, a guide to dark psychology, gaslighting tactics, and how to recognize and defend yourself from manipulative behavior. The Overthinking in Relationships Fix. I used to overthink relationships, but I think I'm over that now. Like, I feel like I've matured in that area that I don't overthink about my relationship as much as I did in the past. Like, I don't overthink relationships at all. I think with experience, like, I'm so open that if my boyfriend wanted to be in an open relationship, I'll be like, cool. I'm fine with that. If you love me and I love you and we both come home together and we have quality time and I know I could still seek you for help and I can seek you for emotional support and we can both support each other financially, and if we're both a fucking team and we're both a fucking rock and we're both mature enough, I would be down. I have no problem. I feel like I'm not as jealous as I was before. And people always say, well, that means that maybe you don't love that person that much. And I don't think that's necessarily true. I think now I'm just like, what else can I experience? I've been through so much bullshit that I'm a fucking open book now. I don't give a fuck. Next book. And this is cute. This is like a Pokemon theme psychology book. The Power to Catch 'Em All. The Psychology of Pokemon. I don't know why. I feel drier than an old lady's vagina right now. I'm going to read some Dear Abby's. I don't know if old ladies' privates are dry, but I'm just assuming they're dry. You know, like there's a study, a lot of seniors in those homes, they still get it on. Like, that's nasty. You would think that these people don't have this, they don't have the energy to fuck around anymore, but apparently they're very active in there. I'm just trying to figure out the logistics of it. Like, do they give them protection? Because I think there's a lot of STDs going around in like senior homes, but shouldn't they be provided with protection? And maybe some lube? Unless they're really, damn, this sounds really horrible. Thinking about it and actually speaking it are two different things. It's a little fucked up. Unless they're really turned on, then maybe they don't need lube. But why when they're older though? They're so active. Is it because it's somebody different? Maybe it's someone new every time. Maybe their spouse finally died and they're like, fuck yeah. Time to get fucking active up in this senior citizen home. I can't imagine if my grandparents were in an open relationship. They're both not with us anymore. But if my grandparents were in an open relationship, I think that would have been kind of cool. Right? To know that both of your grandparents were getting down with other people. I feel like your upbringing would be a lot more fun. Well, unless they kept it secret and they didn't want you to know. Alrighty, let's read some Dear Abby's. X is still a negative influence on man's life. My wife and I were married 21 years ago. Since then, she has admitted to cheating with 10 different men. Each time I stayed with her, hoping she'd change. Okay, after the third, yeah, you should have been like, all right, cool. Let's open this shit up. This is why I think in certain cases like this, I think this is where you have to maybe think to yourself, all right, my fucking wife is a fucking whore. My fucking wife is a slut. Think very clearly here. She's already cheated on me 3 times. Let's just open up this relationship so I can go fuck other people too. I would have just said that, but this is when I feel bad for the guy, because the guy probably doesn't want to fuck anybody else. And yet she's over here having sex with 10 different guys. She cheated on this dude 10 times that we know of. 10 different guys. And how many of those guys did she have multiple sessions with? I finally left 3.5 years ago because I couldn't take it anymore. No shit. She became homeless. What the fuck? Okay. I finally left 3.5 years ago because I couldn't take it anymore. She became homeless. But for the past 1.5 years, she has been living with my daughter and me because I saw her on the street one day and she looked terrible. Fuck. Damn, 10 different dicks got her homeless? The fuck? Yo, after they divorced, that's probably all she was fucking doing. She was hitchhiking. She had her thumb out, trying to get a ride. But she got on other rides. She was hitchhiking for that D. How much dick you have to take to become homeless? What happened? After divorce, I hate to say this, because I feel like things should be sometimes balanced. And this didn't happen with my mom. My mom got the shit end of fucking divorce. We got kicked out, but that's for another story. But women always, every time there's a divorce involved, I feel like women always get more out of the deal. How did she become homeless after the divorce? Unless she wasn't working. But even then, alimony. Or do you not get alimony because she cheated on him 10 times? So the judge is like, you don't owe her anything. So now his ex-wife is living with him and his daughter because she was too busy getting dick down and not working? Because she was too busy hitchhiking for a ride, and not the kind of ride you hitchhike for. We are now moving, and my daughter wants her mother to get a job. She's capable of getting one. Okay, so I like how he said she's capable of getting one. So she hasn't been working. My ex refused to get one to help pay the bills. Now I'm faced with another dilemma. Should I let her go out on her own or fight her to stay with us? My daughter is completely against her living with us. My income is limited. Oh, wait, so the daughter doesn't want her mom to live with them. Her daughter wants her mother to get a job. Damn. She said, fuck my mom. Get a fucking job. My daughter's completely against her living with us. My income is limited and I'm on disability for a bad heart. Oh, maybe he's been heartbroken so many times. You know how many times his heart was probably broken? That physically his heart started to break down on him? Oh, that's horrible. This is why you can't play with people's feelings. My ex is 43 and I'm 58. Can you please advise? Not looking back in Colorado. Dear Not Looking Back, your daughter is right. You are disabled and on limited income, and your ex-wife is able-bodied. With her out of there, your expenses will be lower. Nowhere in the letter did you mention that you still love this parasite, nor did you mention whether she has changed her ways. Your responsibility for her ended when the marriage did. Encourage her to reach out to her relatives for a place to stay, or guide her to a shelter. But not only should you let her go, you must find strength to insist upon it. Oh my God, in the comments, someone said, you think that she wouldn't be a hoe if his penis was larger? I find it difficult to believe that she didn't allow a test drive before marriage. All right, next one. All right, actually, I think that one's gonna be it. All right, that one's gonna be it. Damn, episode 10. I feel like I kind of let you guys down. So we're expecting something new next episode. I'm really excited. I'm really hoping that it pulls through, but I wanted to change the dynamic a little bit just for the next episode. So tune in for that. Can't wait to talk shit with other people. Why do I feel like a dried up vagina right now? I feel like I need lube. I feel so fucking dry that I feel like I need to pour lube all over my body and throw myself down the stairs 5 flights down and slide right out onto the street and see what today brings. I have to work tonight and I can't be this fucking dry. Maybe I need a drink. I didn't party last week. So that the whole hype of me going to this fucking party, it never fucking happened. It was a last minute thing. We ended up not going. And now I feel like I have like this bottled up tension to fucking party. I have all this tension to throw my fists in the air and just tackle whatever comes my way. Cinco de Mayo. I'm going to cut it short. Episode 10. Have a great week. And if you are partying, take an extra shot for me. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Hey, yo.